Log entry. I don't even know what to call this one. Day 1, I suppose. The main chronometer is entirely fried. If anyone is listening, this is Silas, pilot of the commercial hauler Manticore. Well, I had a bit of a rough descent. The starboard engine gave out in the upper atmosphere. Total structural failure. It wasn't pretty. The ship is completely grounded, but the reinforced hull held together just enough. I'm on the ground. I'm breathing without a mask. I guess that's a win, right? The automated distress beacon is active. It's pinging perfectly. You can probably hear it in the background. That little annoying beep. Right now, it is the absolute best sound in the universe. It means I'm not entirely disconnected from the rest of you. I ran the math. Standard corporate protocol dictates that a sector patrol should pick up the echo within 24 hours. Add another 2 days for them to navigate the interference and initiate landing. So, I'm looking at 3, maybe 4 days on this rock. A week, tops. I've done the inventory. I pulled everything out of the wreckage. I have enough survival packs to last 7 weeks, water for 3 months, assuming the portable purifier doesn't completely die on me. So, physically, I'm fine. I'm not going to fade away here. I just have to wait. But this place, it is strange. The atmosphere is breathable, sure, but there is absolutely nothing here. No plants, no animals, not even a breeze. Just endless oceans of this weird black sand. It looks like crushed obsidian, and the sky is this heavy, dull iron color. It's so quiet. I have never experienced silence like this before. It's heavy. It physically presses against your ears. If I stand perfectly still, I can hear my own heart beating. I can hear the blood moving in my veins. Anyway, I shouldn't complain. It's a forced vacation. Just me, the ship's wreckage, and the beacon. I'll just sit tight. See you in a few days. Whoever picks this up. Silas, out. Audio log. I think it's day 21, maybe 22. The sun here doesn't really set. It just fades. It bleeds into this bruised, heavy purple light for hours, and then returns to iron gray. The beacon is still running, still screaming into the void. But nobody is coming today, or tomorrow. The sky has been burning with these massive, silent magnetic auroras, huge waves of green and violet static across the atmosphere. That's why they haven't found me. The interference must be blinding the entire sector. A beautiful, inescapable cage. The beep of the beacon. Pip, pip. It used to mean hope. It used to be a tether to the rest of humanity. Now, it just measures the time I am losing. It sounds like a metronome counting down to an end of an era. I went for a walk today, just away from the metallic shell of the ship. I needed to not look at the artificial walls for a while. I walked for 2 hours in a straight line. The black sand crunches under my boots like crushed glass, and when I turned around, my footprints were the only scar on this entire world. It made me realize something profoundly terrifying. If the wind picks up, if those prints are wiped away, there is absolutely zero proof that I am here, that I ever existed. I am just a ghost, haunting a dormant world. I'm eating less, not because I'm rationing the supplies. I just don't feel the hunger anymore. The silence is filling me up. It's not an empty silence. Back home, silence is just the absence of noise. Here, silence is a physical presence. It sits next to me. It watches me. It's incredibly patient. It knows that my battery will eventually run out. My voice will give out. And then It will simply reclaim this space, like water closing over a sinking stone. I caught myself whispering today. I don't know why. Maybe I just didn't want to wake the planet up. I hope those storms clear soon. I really do. Silas, signing off. Audio log. I have stopped counting the days. The numbers don't mean anything anymore. Time is just a human invention, isn't it? A tool we created to measure our own exhaustion. Out here, there is only the sand, the sky, and the long shadows. The rations taste like ash now. But the water recycler is still working. The ship is still breathing, even if I am barely trying to. I did something strange today. I turned the volume down on the distress beacon, just a little bit. It was too loud. It felt violent. An artificial, desperate scream that was insulting the absolute majesty of this quiet world. I spent the entire cycle just sitting on the top of the nearest dune, watching the iron sky shift into that bruised purple. And I started thinking about my life before the crash, before the silence, back home. I spent my entire existence running between spaceports, chasing freight contracts, paying off debts that just kept growing. Noise. So much noise. A billion voices screaming over the comms, a billion neon signs burning your retinas, millions of engines vibrating in your teeth. We call that civilization. We call that living, but it's just a distraction, isn't it? A loud distraction from the inevitable emptiness. This planet, it doesn't ask me for anything. It doesn't need me to be productive. It doesn't care if my cargo is late. It doesn't judge my failures. It just is, and it allows me to just be. There is a profound, terrifying beauty in this emptiness. It is clean, uncluttered, perfect. I looked at a digital photo of my brother today, and it felt alien, like looking at a relic from a different dimension, a dimension I don't quite fit into anymore. The silence is peeling off the layers of who I thought I was. The pilot, the brother, the debtor, all those masks are dissolving in the black sand. I feel lighter, unburdened. Tomorrow, I think I will walk further. I want to see what is beyond the black ridge. I want to see how far the quiet goes. Silas, dissolving. Audio log. I walked much further today, far beyond the black ridge, the dunes out there. They look like frozen ocean waves, endless, perfectly smooth ripples of dark glass, untouched since the dawn of this solar system. As I was walking, my thermal jacket started to feel too heavy. Not physically heavy. The gravity here is normal. It felt spiritually heavy. It carried the smell of engine oil, synthetic air, the sweat of the spaceport. It felt like a disease in this pure place. So, I took it off. I folded it neatly and left it on the crest of the highest dune. It looked like a tiny, pathetic monument to a man who is slowly ceasing to exist. A few miles later, I emptied my pockets. I left my corporate ID badge, my personal data pad, all those archived messages from creditors, the unread emails, the performance reviews. I let them sink into the obsidian dust. With every step, I felt myself becoming less human, less complicated. I felt like I was becoming geology, just another quiet stone on the surface. But when I finally reached the camp, I noticed something that made my heart freeze. The sky is changing. The heavy iron clouds are cracking open, the violet magnetic auroras. They are fading away into nothing. I saw a star tonight, a real, piercing, white star, cutting right through the atmosphere. Do you know what that means? The atmospheric interference is breaking. The electromagnetic cage is open. The signal from that damn beacon. It is finally punching through to the orbital relays. Out into the deep dark. They will hear it. They will calculate the trajectory. They will spin up their warp drives, and they will come for me. A month ago, I would have fallen to my knees and wept with joy. But tonight, looking up at that clear sky, I felt a profound, suffocating sense of dread. If they come, they will take me back to the blinding neon lights, the screaming thrusters, the endless, meaningless cycle of debt and movement. They will pull me out of this perfect, sacred stillness and force me to be Silas again. They will force me to make noise. I don't think I can survive that noise anymore. My ears have adjusted to the absolute zero. The beacon is still transmitting. I could smash it, but I won't. I want them to find the ship. I want them to know I was here. I just don't think I'll be waiting at the airlock when they finally touch down. Silas. Fading. Audio log. The final one, I suppose. They broke through the upper atmosphere about 20 minutes ago. I heard the sonic boom. It rolled across the black dunes like thunder. It was the loudest, most violent sound I have heard in months. It physically hurt my chest. The vibration felt like an intrusion. The rescue shuttle is probably running its descent calculations right now. I can see their exhaust trail cutting through the iron clouds. They will touch down within the hour. I cleaned the cabin. I folded the emergency thermal blankets. I aligned the empty ration tins on the counter. I want them to find this place in perfect order. I don't want them to think I lost my mind. Because I haven't. For the first time in my entire chaotic existence, my mind is perfectly clear. I know exactly what I am doing. If I sit in this chair and wait for that airlock to cycle, they will strap me into a harness. They will inject me with medical stimulants. They will drag me back into the blinding light of the colonies, into the endless machinery of human noise. They will ask me to speak, to explain, to fill out forms, but I have nothing left to say to the universe of men. My vocabulary has been replaced by the absolute quiet. So, I am going for a walk, a very long walk, straight toward the black horizon, where the dull sky meets the crushed glass. I am not taking water. I am not taking the comms unit, just the clothes on my back. I don't view this as a defeat. Please, whoever listens to this recording, do not think of it as a tragedy. I am simply blending in. I am becoming part of the landscape. The silence is a living, breathing entity here, and it has offered me a permanent place within it. It would be rude to decline. I am leaving the airlock open. Take the ship's black box. Take the scrap metal. Do whatever corporate wants with it. But leave my footprints alone. Silas. Integrating.